What is up, everybody? Trainer Nick here. I am bringing you a video today to address the issue of possibly not having some dumbbells on site for you to do exercises. So here is a do-it-yourself at-home resistance weight creation video for you to kind of come up with different things to use during the workouts. Okay, so first thing you need to ask yourself is probably the firmness and the stableness of whatever the object is that you're using. Okay, so you need to find something, if possible, that's more firm and kind of stable, or how flexible it is. Okay, next, can your weight be split into two, or is it one kind of unit? Okay, so ask yourself that. Can I hold it with my left hand, hold it with my right hand, or do I have to hold it with both hands? Okay, so that's the next question that you have to ask. The sturdiness of it. Is it going to be able to withstand me doing a bunch of reps over and over and over, or is it going to break? That's another question you need to ask. And then, is it easy to grip? Is it easy to use? Okay, that's kind of like the final question that you need to ask. So I'm going to give you different kind of options here. Some I'll definitely lean a little bit more towards. But if you don't have that option at home, you will have other options. Okay, sound good? Makes sense? So first and foremost, probably the easiest one for a lot of people is going to be a backpack. So a backpack is really simple. Put some books in it. Got some of the old personal training books from various certifications, etc. Get the big heavy ones, fill that backpack up, and then you're going to place it in, zip it up. The nice thing about this is the books are stable. If you fill this with like water bottles or something like that, the water bottles are going to move. These books don't move really, so to have a stable base, so certain exercises you'll be able to do a lot simpler. Okay, now some of the exercises you'll be able to do both hands, right? But what about like a shoulder press, right, or a chest press? You're going to have to find a creative ways to kind of address that. Okay, so backpack works pretty damn well. It's probably one of the best options to use. If you need to have something a little bit heavier, use two backpacks. Okay, so you'll be able to hold both backpacks while you're doing it, and that's definitely an option. So with these three books in here, it comes out to about 18 pounds. So it's not even full all the way. I could definitely add more to it and then make it a lot heavier. So backpack's a great option. Second option is going to be some type of duffel bag. Now the duffel bag is nice because you'll be able to have various options inside here. You'll be able to put a lot of different stuff. As you can see, this one, I have a bunch of Gatorades on the inside of it. So this bag by itself weighs about 30 pounds. At the bottom of it, I actually put a cardboard box to help stabilize the bottom. So if I had to do overhead presses and stuff like that, it's a little bit more stable than just throwing in the bottles by themselves. Okay, so if I'm using heavier weights, both these guys together can be a decent option to really kind of get you know, the weights that you need for the exercises. Okay, so that's definitely an option. Another option right here, everybody has this. I guarantee you're not using it right now. An overhead carry-on, something like that. Fill it up with a whole bunch of books, fill it up with a bunch of bottled waters, whatever the case, and you'll be able to use this no problem for whatever workouts. Okay, handles on some exercises might be a little bit harder, but think of it as like kind of like a barbell. Okay, this can be thought of kind of like a barbell as well, or if you have two, now you have dumbbells during the exercise. Backpack is a little bit more kind of like just a single barbell. Now some of the more kind of odd ways that you could do stuff. Bag of dog food right here. You're adding weight, you're doing your squats, you're doing your rows, you're doing your shoulder press. Is it sturdy? Yeah, it's pretty sturdy. Is it easy to use? Probably not as much as some of these other options. Grip might be hard. How are you supposed to do a bicep curl? It might not be heavy enough too, so, but that's an option, okay? Next, kind of have a, oh, there's a bee on there. A case of water. Case of water is great, but these things become flimsier and flimsier, right? So they might break on you, especially after you're doing a lot of reps, you have a lot of bounce to it, etc. So, case of water is an option, but a case of water in a duffel bag is an even better option because the duffel bag will keep it nice and tight and close. Okay? Getting into kind of dumbbells options. These kind of carry tote bags. Look at it, that's pretty good right there, huh? Don't quit, do it. Right here, fill these up with waters. Okay? You're able to do a lot of exercise. Now, obviously if you're doing something that's bent over, the length on this is gonna play into factor. So you might have to grip a little bit different. Grip might be weird. Okay, so going into those 4 kind of things you need to ask yourself. Each 5 regular bottles of water equals 6 pounds. 5 bottles of water equals 6 pounds. Put those in a bag, do the math. So this bag could get pretty heavy. It could get kind of big and kind of weird and funky to use if you're using a lot more weight, but it is a decent option if you're only looking to use around like 10 pounds. Okay, so you be right here. You do 2 arms and 1 handle. Grip it, single side, grip it, single side. It's an option, right? Let's say you don't have those throwaway ones. Simple plastic bags from the store. Probably double them up. Right here like this. You put a lot more weight into it. Some of us who have carried groceries up a flight of stairs know exactly how well this works. You're able to do all different options. Now, is this sturdy? Probably not that, maybe a little bit. Is it easy to use though? No. What if you do an overhead press? Is everything gonna dump out the side? Same thing with these guys, so you have to be aware of that. Maybe build a structure on the bottom, keep it a little bit more sturdy, so if you had to do an overhead raise, that's an option. Some of the other kind of far end stuff, you see people doing bucket exercises. Those are great, but how are you really gonna gauge all that well? Plus, the length of it is a little bit of an issue. If I'm here like this, I'm already pretty tall. My bucket's already hitting the floor each time, okay? So you wanna make sure your form and technique don't really alter all that much, okay? Also, like an overhead press, I'm gonna have to go both sides on this. It's really hard to say, all right, let me go like this and press. And you would definitely have a much harder time doing some type of chest press with it. So, I mean, it is an option if you need it to be. Last but not least, a lot of people have these. Simple laundry detergent. This is 15 pounds each, okay? So you're able to kind of get whatever you need. You're able to do the exercise. Big old bucket of, or gallon of milk. Obviously, you don't want that to spill, but water, all that type of stuff. These are ways around a bit. Think about the firmness of what you're using. How stable is it? Okay, the more stable, the easier it is to grip and kind of move into different scenarios and exercises. Are you able to have 2 of them? A single one is great, but if you're able to split it, left hand, right hand, much better, okay? The sturdiness of it. Is it gonna break after a bunch of uses? Or is it gonna be nice and firm and pretty durable? And then finally, is it easy to grip? That's another huge one. Am I able to go through all these different kind of motions without it kind of digging into my arm, digging into my wrist, and all that other type of stuff? So you have plenty of options. Be creative. Maybe have a couple different ones that you can use with different size weights, etc. And then get it done. Don't have it be an excuse, all right? There's plenty of stuff. I came up with all of this just over 5 minutes digging through my house. Thank you all.